Hi, this is Dan, and I'm here with more Let's Play of Monster Train. So we're going to do another random Covenant 20 around here. So let's see what we get. Yeah, I think I need to do a little bit better job tailoring my run to what cards we get in the opening. Rather than just thinking it in terms of just the clans. Because, you know, the particular cards you get to start your deck out also are a significant factor. So I think I need to take that into account a little bit more. Alright, so here we've got Hellhorned, and we've got Ascension, and Umbra, so Prismal Dust. Alright. And Impish Scholar. So returns consumed cards. Okay. What else do we get? Units get an extra upgrade slot, or when you summon a second unit during a turn, gain. Well, I mean, I think this is really good. I mean, actually, they're both really good. But this is really good with morsels, I think. So I'm going to do this because we have Umbra stuff. Oh, and I should have... okay. Clears debuffs. So both of these are tough. I think this is a little bit easier to work with. Yeah, with the multi-striker, the temptation to try to get them, make them in the front so you can feed morsels to them is too high, but they don't have the staying power for that, in my opinion. Enemy units appear on each floor. I don't think we really have anything that can make that work, so let's skip the trial for right now. Alright, so since we lost capacity here, I think it'll make more sense to just set up on the second floor. And I guess we'll do that on our most important unit. Well, I think torch that one. Guess we'll put that down, and then that gives us now we've got to place that guy, and that'll give us the Ember to play this. Although I don't know why I'm doing it. I guess we'll try to put a Train Steward up here. Kill this guy. And then I guess kill this guy. Guy. I guess do that. So getting 7 hits on this guy with 25, I think that kills him, yeah. So we'll just play this. Yeah, so we need to get some more sleighs for this guy, and it's always the hard part. Sleigh trigger, like, you've got to be so careful about it. I think armor makes sense. We need a way to stay in the fight. All of these are pretty good. I'm gonna take the pack. Well, you know what? Now I'm regretting that a little bit. Maybe I should have taken the capacity expansion. Alright, so I'm going to go this way and hope we get a Morsel Master. No, we did not. Alright, so I think we like the Crucible Collector a bit more than the Crucible Warden. We have an imp that we can make endless, so I guess I'm going to do that. This guy, I think making him stronger is good. Alright, giving them extra armor is bad, but a unit is good, so we're going to try it. So I think I'm going to try to just make this work and just get a single floor going. Alright, well, might as well take the damage shield. Put these up here for later. That we got our sleigh trigger there. Don't like that this guy got through, but so send you so the pyre will kill you. Yeah, I'd like to do something more down here, but actually let's get a morsel for our dude. Well, yeah, we haven't really done anything with that. Yeah. And I guess we'll just get these out of the deck. I don't know. Hopefully these guys will be enough to kill the boss. And they are. Alright. So, I mean, I think, you know, that one didn't go great in terms of stopping the bad guys from getting to the pyre, but because there were only a few waves of them, we got out of it relatively unscathed, and we'll get a unit. We do get extra ember, so sure, give me this thing. All right, this thing gives us extra ember. All right, well now we get this chance again. I think I'm going to take this. Oh, and here's our Morsel Master, which I wanted earlier. Alright, so I think I'm going to go this way. We'll heal the pyre, get an artifact. And this is good long term, but I mean, I think this is still pretty useful for taking care of support units. Okay. Well, so I don't think we want this, right? Because this would counteract our life seal. So the question is, do we want pyre healing, or we just make our guy beefier, which I think makes sense. All right. Yeah, so I think it's still kind of an open question of, do we want to stack our champion and the Gorger on the same floor, or two different floors. And I think these guys we're just gonna let go down there. Morsel Master, you can go here. Alright, and I think that answers the question, because there's not going to be enough space for everything here on this floor. So we'll put the other guy here. Hopefully he'll come up next turn. And we'll use the dust on you. Alright, and these guys will all get killed by the jack straps. Or jack strips. Alright, Crucible Collector, you go here. And these guys are going to die when they go up the stairs, so I'll use the torches on this guy. So I guess it makes the most sense to double down on lifesteal for this guy. Actually, yeah. We can take the extra ember. We might have an X card next turn. I was going to say haste is a problem, but they're all 1 HP units, so it doesn't really matter too much. Okay, so here's the question. Do we want this guy as a multi-striker, or this guy as a multi-striker? I think, unfortunately, this guy has greater survivability, so we've got to go that way. Even though, you know, I think it's more fun for the champion to be multi-striking. Alright. Let's do this. Alright, well, Packed Morsel. This is not a bad card. Guess go armor here. Oh wow! So the jack strips work even when you're ascending them. That's kind of interesting. I did not know that would happen like that. So the reason I did that was I was concerned that our champion wouldn't be able to one-shot this guy. Alright. Well, I guess... as well ascend this guy. And torch him. Alright, well, we've already won, so we're going to stop fishing for the tome via our scholar. Alright, well that was fine. Well, I like... repeat. I mean, we have a pretty good summon ability. And especially because it's endless, it'll recur multiple times, so I think Transcend Imp is actually pretty good. Although, I mean, this is good too. It's another way to get multi-strike. But it does come with a significant downside, so I'm going to go with the Transcend Imp. Alright, do we like any of these guys? I mean, the Horned Warrior does some decent damage. The Rail Beater is kind of an okay tank. And he does sort of a good job of knocking back walls so that our champion could get the kills. So that, I think that does make sense, actually. Alright, and here, what do we want? We're a little bit capacity constrained, but we do have the card. We're a little bit Ember constrained, too. I think I like this. We have some cards that have the X, mechanic, so we can take advantage of excess Ember. All right, Pyra's doing reasonably well, so this isn't as useful. I guess we'll do this, although I'm not sure what it would duplicate. Maybe our big crucible collector. Or, you know what? No, this thing. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, I like that. Morsel Maker. We'll get him. Even though I'm not a super fan. Alright, get rid of Train Stewards. Yeah, I mean, the problem with the Morsel Maker is he sort of clogs up the floor. So, like, if he's not the last one in, it's kind of a problem. Alright, well, this is good, and they're both good. Right, obviously, it's easier for him to get the slate triggers if he has a bigger attack. Yeah, I think we'll do this because we just got him a tank to stand in front of him. So this way he'll do better from the back line. Armor 15. We hit pretty hard. These guys kind of suck. They get more powerful as they go up. But I think we can do this. Alright, well. So this will give us 3 more Ember. Alright. Well, there we go. His HP is not in great shape, but he's going to get 2 slay triggers, so that's good. Okay, Rail Beater, you belong here. And Crucible Collector, you belong up here. And then I guess do this. And I guess Prismal Dust on this guy. Okay. So the Morsel Master does fit here. Impish Scholar. And then you can get Triple Strike. And we'll also give you some armor because I'm scared that you've only got 2 HP. And that second floor kind of takes care of itself now with the Morsel Master and the Morsel Maker feeding our Gorge unit. Well, okay. can do... one... Alright, well, we didn't get the one we wanted. Whoops, I was trying to actually stop doing that. We'll go like that. Yeah, if we could make our Transcend Imp endless as well, that would be pretty cool. Yeah, but I like I like the way our champion is working out here. Well, oh no, wait, there is room. Okay. So Impish Scholar. And here I'm trying to get enough Ember to play one of these tomes. Because I think this is going to be very fun to have this guy doing 250 times 4. So I like that. Yeah, and we're doing fine. Alright, so let's watch the action here. So this is working great. The big problem is, you know, if the enemies bring sweepers, I think that's a huge problem for us. Okay. This is interesting. This would be a way to get our champion to the front. Let's go with this. It's another decent consume. Although, I mean, maybe I should be trying to limit the consumes to the tomes, so that we are guaranteed to get them back. And these are all good in their own way. But I think we're gonna skip. Alright, and I don't think we need Pyre Health. Money would be okay. I'm gonna go see if maybe we can get Endless on our second imp. Nope, we can make something big. I don't think we really... And this guy being big would be not bad, actually. But we need the space, so we're not going to do that. Might as well... The Morsel Master. Alright, let's see. No, so we can make something quick or something. Alright, this guy having more HP is good. Because it's kind of his job to be our tank. We could also make him quick. It's not terrible, but I think let's save the money. rid of our train stewards. And an event. Ooh. Interesting. Well, now I regret not making whatever I was considering making big. Alright. So we can make something very big or something small. I guess this guy being small is better, and then we can fit more imps and morsels on the floor with him. But it kind of sucks. I wanted to make him big and then small. Right? We had that opportunity, and I gave up on it, even though I was tempted by it. So yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, because the stat upgrades of the large stone are great. It's the capacity that always makes me nervous about it. Okay, so this is Mr. Stealth. And then these guys hit pretty hard. Or not hit pretty hard, but... well, these guys, the jack strips are going to take care of. These guys... they're okay. I think I'm just going to do this one straightforwardly. This fight is usually harder than I give it credit for, so try to play a little bit more conservatively. Yeah, and because these guys are gonna, well, actually no, we're better off. We're better off getting him some slay triggers early. So we have 2 morsels that can tank hits, but then that puts him right back in the thing. Yeah, still. Slay triggers are the way he works, so. So let's do it. And then morsel maker, you can sit up there. So, Rail Beater, you're here. Transcend Imp can't really do anything. And I don't think we want to kill these guys right now because it would just make the rest of them more powerful. So. Ah, well, there's no room. Whoops. There's room down here. We could get him in at the back, which kind of sucks. Okay. No. We can solve this problem. We torch this one. Then we ascend this one. And now there's room for you. All right. Yeah, and I guess our biggest problem here is we haven't started up the tome thing on our champion yet. So some of them are getting past. All right, well there's the tome. And we can't play it this turn. Well, that really sucks. Yeah, wow. Yeah, our cards just in this round, they all came out in the wrong order, I think. So the previous fight, they came out in exactly like an optimal order for us here. We're seeing what happens when the deck doesn't work at the rate it needs to. Or not the rate, but like we're not getting the combos of things that we need. So what does this guy give us? 3 things. Yeah, I'm not sure there's great stuff in there. Well, yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, let's just not play that. I think it doesn't give us enough benefit, and then, yeah. I was trying to think, like, the endlessness on this guy, but then we're gonna... Basically, this is the boss fight here, so hopefully we've won that already. Oh, I forgot. It's the stealth boss. That's bad. But I think 7 rounds of damage shield on this guy really ought to take care of it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so even without the multi-strike, we do pretty well. All right. Well, I think we like this. Extra Ember is not bad, and we're not really doing anything with our top floor. So I'm gonna go with this. I think it'll help us get those tomes out there more often. let's go here. Can use some Pyre Hell. Potentially upgrade our units. Okay, another Endless. So, do we want the Transcend Imp, or I think yes, because it potentially gets multiple effects. So I mean, we might as well do this. Make it useful for, like if the collector shows up on the top floor or something like that. So we often do have surplus Ember, so I'm going to take this. Oh, and we also, I guess, get our consumes back. We have to, like, not be super precious about it and think, okay, we have to find the optimal turn. It's just, you know, treat it like if we have that card in our hand, think about, well, can we play it now for non-zero benefit? If so, then play it. Because that's the problem I always have with the with X cards. It's like I wanna make them part of like a super combo. Alright. Well, we know. I think we're going to try to do the same setup we've been doing, except, hold on. Before I do that, we have to make sure that that would not end up with our guy being killed, which it would. So let's not do that. Let us instead go up a floor. Which means that we're not going to have space for the thing that I just got, which is not the end of the world. I think you being a multi-striker is very good. Alright, and now with the torch it would all worked out. So I could have set up the way I wanted it to. I should have thought that through. I'm just so worried about needing that huge amount of Ember for the tome. Alright, well, Morsel Maker. You work with him. Guess you should get started. You know what? Block the 1 point of damage, why not? Alright, well, we can play all these, so let's do it. And then do we want to get the Morsel Master, or do we want to use the armor for this guy? I think, let's just get the Morsel Master out here. Because our Rail Beater is probably coming next. Yeah, I guess the problem we've had is the what we call it, the junk cards in our deck. So yeah, all right. So there he is. Rail beater, you go here. Get rid of this thing. And then I'm trying to think if there's any reason to not, well, if we ascend this guy, we'll get 2 kills, and this guy won't be killed. He will just be, like 60, so this guy can't finish him off. All right. Yeah. So let's just do that. So I guess what's happening is this is triggering automatically thanks to the Morsel Master and Morsel Maker. Yeah. So they're dying, which this guy is not dying. They're doing 56. That's not going to be enough to kill him. I don't know. But this torch will work there. Just in case there's any sweeps or anything. We can do that, and then that. Okay. Alright, so what we can do is that, and then ascend you. It's a little bit weird. And then I guess it really only makes sense to play that there, and then heal Pyre. Yeah, it would be nice to be able to kill this guy. We're getting close, but not quite there. Now, I guess next turn he would be able to do it. So. Imps and tomes seem like they're not showing up here. And I guess it all goes back to, like, there's so much junk in the deck that it's hard to make it all work. Alright, well, there's a tome. And get rid of these things. There's really no space for packed morsels to show up. Alright, well, this is interesting. Okay, so I think we want Tome on you. And then Endless Imp. And then Transcend in. Alright, because it's extra Ember. Now we've got 2 of these if we want. And so even more multi-strike on our most powerful unit. So 310 times 5 is fine. So but we might as well actually. Nope, there's nowhere to play the imp. So our champion's doing great work here. Yeah, it just takes a little bit to get that going. And this, I think it was just the bad cards that made it slow. So, do we want another one? I mean, why not? Trample can be good too, but I think let's use the one that works. So the Ember or card draw are the 2 I'm thinking about. Card draw to sort of get past the bad card problem, and Ember to just make it possible to play the early ones when we can't get this situation going. But I think because the Morsel Factory kind of takes care of itself in terms of Ember, I think this makes sense. Yeah, by the Morsel Factory, I mean the Morsel Maker, Morsel Master combo. I think even just the Morsel Maker himself would do it, because that'll be 2 things summoned. So I don't think we need more duplication, honestly. So let's just go over this way and get some artifacts. Well, I don't think we want things randomly summoned, so more powerful Pyre, that's fine with me. Ooh. This is very interesting. Yeah, I think we like this. Although some of the X card plays are now maybe a little weird. And then let's get this. It'll improve our survivability on those early turns before we get the engine running. So I think plus 40 Slay. Right, like we get this guy going multi-strike. He's a Reaper. Alright. So I think this is good. Extra attack I don't think we can do. I think our big weakness is being able to absorb enemy damage. So I'm actually not going to turn this on, even though I'm very tempted to. I think if we just play our game the way we've been doing it, I think it's solid, but we've got sort of a dangerous zone before we get things running. So, for example, here we need to be able to tank some hits. Alright, so we played this guy, we're down at 3. We play him, we're then up to 6. So then we can play this. We have... Okay. So I think... Oh, yeah, or I could remember that I just paid paid a bunch of coins for a superpower that solved the exact problem I've been trying to solve here. Oh, and we could also just ascend one of them. Yeah, I think that works and gets us a Slay Trigger. It does mean this guy's gonna get a hit on the pyre. I think it's not that terrible. Alright, that is taken care of. Rail Beater. You're good there. And then Impish Scholar, you're amazing for us because we can just do that. I would prefer to get the Morsel Maker going, but that's not really an option right now. Beater's doing great work with these things as well. Okay, so we like you, and then you, and then play the tome. And I guess give this guy morsels. Because why not? Yeah, so our strategy's a little messed up because we didn't get the Morsel Master and the Morsel Maker going, but we do have the most important part, which is the his multi-striking Slay Trigger craziness going. Well, I mean, I'm gonna just keep doing the same thing because it works. The only thing they can really do to us is have sweep units, and they don't. So. Well, actually, hold on. Our imps aren't getting killed. That's a problem. So. Let's still put these guys up here. Oh, you know what? We've got some damage shield on our imps. That's the problem. Yeah, whoops. Ah, and there's no room for our Ember Forge. Well, that's okay. Let's, I can just put that on you. Let's heal the pyre a little bit. Alright, well, if we play 2 Ember, or 2 morsels, we'll have enough for another round of toming. Yeah, the tome is really good. Plus, I mean, this guy does, I think that says 580 per hit, and he does a lot of them. Yeah. All right, well, that was great. This is probably good for us. I don't think we need these things. The one, I don't know. I'm regretting maybe a little bit. We probably could have handled the trial. So we can get pyre health. I don't think we need duplication. So I guess let's go over this way. See what's for sale in here. Armor being better is maybe useful. And that's the only kind of healing. Well, I guess we also have lifesteal, but this is interesting. We play a lot of consume cards. So those have potential. And then what's in here? I'm not sure any of this really matters. So let's go here. I think we're going to get rid of torches. We'll just make sure before we commit to that. Yeah. So I think it's a choice between these two things. This, I'm going to take this because what I'm most concerned about is survivability. I don't think it's a huge improvement for us, but it's at least something. Alright. Although, yeah, we're gonna armor, I guess we'd get cleansed, so maybe that's not the best choice. Or, yeah, I mean, you could argue, well, that's why we need extra help there. Yeah, I mean, I think the big problem is if our tanks, our tank in front of our champion fails, or if they have sweepers. And this guy, yeah, I'm not sure. We need to check. No, he's just harvest. Alright, that's okay. Although they do output a lot of damage. So we would not survive with the Hornbreaker Prince here. So that is a huge problem. So I guess we could set up on the second floor. And the Morsel Master, if we put him up here, he would die. This is a huge problem. Alright. So you go here, and mostly that's just so that you get summoned, so we get this, and we get the extra Ember to play this thing. Yeah, this is bad. I don't know, we didn't get a great start here. Hopefully, we don't, you know, hopefully it doesn't fall apart on us. Okay, so Rail Beater going here is good. Again, I guess we'll play the Transcend Imp for purposes of summoning something and getting the extra Ember. So we can do that. This guy, he is bad. He is a sweeper. He's very, very bad. So, what do we like? We like you up here. This guy, man. Hopefully he doesn't destroy the pyre before we get anything going. Do that. I think we have to get that started. And again, the Rail Beater is kind of screwing things up. Because this is actually the one we need to kill, and Ember Drain is going to hurt us here a lot. I don't know. It's not a lot I can do about it now. There's no option to tell the units not to use their superpower this turn. Yeah, we really need to get some armor on the Hornbreaker Prince. And also, our pyre is going to die because of that. Well, this guy only does 4 per round. Alright, so he's not terrible. Okay. So this we need on the Hornbreaker Prince, definitely. This guy actually is hurting too. Oh man. I guess do that. We might help. Alright, now this is... This is a tough question. Alright, so that we can do important work, which would eliminate basically 3, damage sources coming in, or eliminate 3 blocks that are coming out of this guy. But then we would also have enough Ember to cast this. I think it's worth it, especially because we're going to draw him back. But, well, this guy does survive, so. So our Pyre's not doing great, but our champion is now doing quite a bit of damage. So that's good. Now it's not so good that we are losing our tank, who is not so tanky anymore. So now I'm wondering, do we just want to let this guy go and concentrate on tanking up the Hornburger Prince? Because then we do then maybe more with morsels. So I'm going to try that as an idea. And I'm really not using the Unbroken Horn very well at all. I know it's there, although half the time I forget. But alright, well this is, do we want this? The Ember Forge, I mean, I'd like to get the Ember Forge out there. The problem is, where would we put it? We don't want to put it here because we would also, well, you know what, it isn't super important to have imps in front. Alright. It's very important for the morsel thing to be going on up here. Alright, and then the second factor is, I guess, let's get this guy here. Then I think it's okay for this guy to die. No, I mean, might as well. No, he gets extra slate triggers. Let's Alright, well that kind of sucked. Yeah, the problem is I screwed up the initial turn. And I didn't get the Hornbreaker Prince where I wanted him, when I wanted him. Okay, so I think Transcendent, you do good work there. Morsel Maker. You fit up there. And then I think getting a bunch of damage shield on our champion is pretty good. Oh, except I didn't notice that they were all dying from the sweep. Alright. Or the morsels, I mean. Alright, well, the final wave is here. This guy. Deploy that. Then we can just sack him. And we get him again. If we're gonna get him again, he might as well tank a hit here. At which point we can add more offense, and we can add some more armor. More space is not bad. Some extra morsels will work just fine. Alright. Yeah, so I think this is working out great. Our Impish Scholars bringing back our tomes, giving us ridiculous levels of multi-strike on our guy that has an awesome Slay Trigger. So it's all been fantastic. So I mean, we cut it kind of close with the Pyre health, I will acknowledge. Alright, we did get another tome, so we'll just turn that on for a maximum ludicrousness. Turn the Space Prism, and yeah, just for safety's sake, we'll give you some dust. Alright, and then we'll watch the victory happen. Alright, well that was awesome. Beat him in one turn. And that gives us our next Covenant victory, so that's great. Major bosses have increased health. Alright. Yeah, so we golded some more cards. I do like the Transcend Imp. I mean, I don't think we really fully saw it going completely nuts, because we had some capacity issues and we had to play some games with trying to get Ember at the right time, but yeah, alright. So there we are. Yeah, so I'm really satisfied with how that turned out, so I hope you are as well, and I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you come back next time. Bye!